wisdom is. What is wisdom is? Wisdom is in the age like where the people, they do not need a kind of proper detailed information. They need a kind of proper way by which they can become something, you know. They need a way where they can talk to the person to person. It's called telepathy. Might be you have heard the name of that particular word. So that means when we are talking with the person to person, so we can identify the who is the person to whom are we talking about, no? So that is wisdom. Wisdom means to say a quick information with the AI, with the other part also, where we can, collect our things through out of the word part. So that is called the wisdom maze. In this wisdom maze, if somebody is becoming something, that means you have to help to that person. So we are talking about the mass and all. So right now we are not talking about such kind of careers which is related to the imaginative one. We are talking about the careers which is related to the real world, right? Nanotechnology and marine science and other part also. So here we need to say or we need to discuss about. So we are not talking about the lawyers to the one to whom we have to go and we have to understand that part. Right now in the wisdom is we are talking about the virtual lawyers. Right now we are talking about the collaboration part. Right now we are talking about the entrepreneurship part. Right now we are talking about the data scientists, the cloud operators, the drone operators. So these are the careers which we can see in them in the wisdom areas. Wisdom is. These are the careers which we can talk about in the sports or physical areas also, right? In the armed forces also, there are different kind of ways where we can guide and we can suggest them up. How would you identify? How would you go with that part? So here, ma'am has already shared with you, Jigyasa ma'am has already shared with you about the part which she has already discussed, like how can we identify it. But most of you have not joined yesterday's session. So just only few things which we need to discuss over here, that how would you identify the person? No, how would you identify, like how can you guide to the child, like what can they do and what can they become the best part, no? So some of the questionnaire sessions also you can be taking in the starting, in the process of making career, no? So you can start with the step first, that you should not listen to everyone. You should never blindly follow friends or trends, right? You have to find your best fit type. So that is academic oriented. Some are the academic oriented who loves to study, who loves to spend long hours through books or internet. Some are the people oriented one who loves to become a social creator. Some have said like, I want to become an influencer, but they do not have that guts to speak even any word in front of anyone, right? So people oriented means who loves to talk with one to another, who loves to communicate, who loves to guide, who loves to talk. Creative oriented means who loves dance, painting, arts, music, sports, acting, painting. This is the word of the right brain part. Right brain means, what is right brain? More creativity. This is not the word of STEM, STEM. This is the word of STEAM, STEAM. Again, this is the part of the career one. When you are a career counselor, you have to explain that part also. What is called STEM or what is called STEAM? That is, STEM is called your, when you are talking about your science, technology and other part, that is related with the STEM. But when you are talking about your STEAM, so that is arts is there in it. So including your science, technology and entrepreneurship and other part. So that means to say when you're talking about the STEAM, so surely you have to create that artistic in a way, artistic in food, artistic in everything. So that creative oriented one, this is required. This is, part also. But when you will be finding the creative oriented child in your surroundings, or if any creative oriented personality in your surroundings, you can guide them for the better option, right? So what is science A group, has somebody has asked me in the starting. This is called science A group, like PCM, physics, chemistry, maths. Physics, chemistry, maths, how would you identify their quality and what can you suggest them? What are the science B group? Science B group in the sense physics, chemistry, biology, and physics, chemistry, biology, you can guide them to become like this. No? What is the commerce group? Commerce group means when somebody takes commerce, so you can guide them according to the few of the qualities that what they can become through that 900 top careers which we have discussed about. What are the arts and humanities parts? Surely the social scientist, you can guide them, you can suggest them, they can go with this part. According to the new education policy, psychology is the subject which can include in a very early stages of the studies in the curriculum. Check out their qualities also. Then what are the career preparation step 2? What can we suggest them in that way? So these are the career part which we have already discussed it. That is called the Indian Army. And the law also we can guide them and we can suggest them over here. Right? We can guide them for the hotel management also. This is the good career. This is the wonderful culinary arts, hotel management. We can guide and we can suggest them. So that is called the career preparation to anyone with any stream can go with this particular field. Anyone with any stream, anyone can go with the particular field. Mass communication, media studies, surely you can see as the today's area, like in the mass communication and media studies, people can go with these particular qualities. Then we have the liberal studies. Yes, liberal studies, actuarial science, we can guide and we can suggest them with the multiple subjects they can take and they can become also. Right? Computer application also, if they want to go with any kind of part, like they can opt any kind of subjects in their 11, 12, and they can go with this one. Fine arts and designing at topmost prior subject, topmost prior particular part, communication designer, product designer. I'll not suggest to go with only this interior designing or graphic designings and all. Other designings, if we are talking about, there are multiple subjects, there are multiple careers with it. Then we have the social work. Social work also, it has more, relatable work also we can guide and we can suggest them. Somebody wants to set up their own NGO or somebody wants to work in the NGO. If they have that guts, they can work for the people also. Public administration, for that purpose, they must have these qualities so they can become, they can join the public administration. Teacher, sure. Teacher, that means teacher, they are nowadays, they are coach, they are counselors also. So if they have multiple good skills, they can become teacher. Creativity based offbeat courses also as a hobby or career, we can guide and we can suggest them. That is DJ, VJ, RJ, artist, painter, sculptor, cartoonist, musician, dance professional, choreographer, astrologer, palmist. Yes, they can do and they can become. A very famous persons like they are becoming astrologer because of the applications that they are getting very good part also. They can go, they can learn and they can guide also to them. Choreographers are compulsory needed in the schools also and they can set up their own part also. If they are good with the dance, they can become choreographer also. And fourth, that is called the step 4, the scientific way to choose the best career part. So here we have the career assessments. How many of you? Now I need to ask questions. Prakash ji, I think very long message you have written over here. So if you can unmute yourself and if you can answer me, what are your requirements? Like, why do you means, want to join, or if you are already a counselor, then what are your expectations towards the course? Okay. Okay, so any kind of testing are you using right now for the career counseling purpose? Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. And what is your opinion when you will be, talking about the career counseling part at today's era? Mm-hmm. Right. And how can we identify that particular career or particular, particular career part for the particular person? Because every person, every individual is different. If you are a motivator, if you're a leader, no? Yes. Thank you so much. By understanding the candidate. And in group, how can we guide or how can we suggest them? The meaning is like in group of the students, no? When we are going in the school, when we are collectively, we are giving, counseling session, group counseling session to 5,000 students or 2,000 students, no, altogether. Then how can we suggest them like this is the best career assessment for you and you can enroll yourself into this particular course or field? Wonderful. So, sir, might be you have already seen like when I have studied about, when I have talked about the new career options, no? So this career part, we have done it with many of the students also in the class, no? So like, I think one out of 100, only one or two student, like they knew about the new career options. Otherwise, everybody was getting confused with the particular thing, like how do or what to do with that particular one. So more a part of the awareness purpose, that means here we need to give them a proper information about the career counseling first of all, right? The more career options. Yes, sir. So for that purpose, you have to join us for at least 7 months, not for 2 days. So 2 days won't work. Wonderful. I can understand, sir. No issues. All together, collaboratively, we can help and we can create multiple awareness among the people, right? So that is quite required and that is quite amazing one. The part which you have chosen for, giving a kind of information to your followers, that is quite important and needed, right? So that's amazing. So the career assessments already ma'am has talked to you about some particular, awareness part. So some of the standardized testings are also there, which we cannot neglect and which we cannot forget. So these are the standardized testing to which we are talking about here. That is called MBTI, SII, Holland's, and the SDS one, which you can search it on net also, and which we can talk about in the class in detail for the 7 months or for the 3 months courses also. So by this, we can easily identify the personality, interest, values, skills, and aptitude psychometric part which we can see and understand it. So MBTI is usually basically for the psychometric testing, which is quite in demand and which you can easily understand it by knowing about the part. So there are 16 PF personalities also. There are SIA test also, and the Riaz theory is a wonderful theory. When you will be understanding, you can easily identify somebody's personality, behavior, and career and interest part. No, so if if you are helping somebody else, so for them, for explaining them, you can suggest them or you can guide them through the DMIT, that is brain analysis test. That is a particular brain or particular part, like you can easily understand. For that purpose, you have to take the proper training. In India, we can see like very few organizations are there who are explaining about this tool. Many of them you're using, but they are just doing the interpretation, not the counseling one. How to go with the counseling part, that you'll be learning about that part in the course, no? You'll be learning about the complete areas where we can focus on the learning capacity, the new cortex part, the brain analysis part, how our brain works, left brain, right brain, the Down syndrome one, the motive learner, concept learner, VAC learning style, that is called the learning style part. The quotient also, which I have discussed it in the starting because that was the part of our career assessment. That's what I have asked. Like the EQ, CQ, AQ or IQ, no? Intelligent quotient, adversity quotient, creative quotient, and the emotional quotient. Then you will be learning about the innate working communication style. And then you will be learning about the gifted talent that has been given by the Howard Gardner. And Howard Gardner is a very famous person. Then you can find it out the books also in the, on the part, you're on the Amazon and all, like books has been written. This is called the multiple intelligences. Nowadays, multiple intelligences based schools are being set up by many of the good persons. So you can understand this part also. Like in many of the areas we have seen like multiple intelligences school are there. They have set up their classrooms also according to the multiple intelligences, right? So we can identify that if somebody has good mathematical intelligences, they can become this part, and we can strongly believe or say them to work on this particular field. Special intelligence, if somebody has, then how they can go with that particular career, we can guide and we can suggest them. Then we have the musical intelligence. What do they become or how do they become? We can guide them for that purpose. Kinesthetically, basically, it is for the fine or gross motor skills. We can guide and we can suggest them for becoming this. Then we have the particular, this is called our intrapersonal and interpersonal. Intrapersonal, we can guide according to their particular skills, right? So natural intelligence, if somebody has, then we can guide them for that particular part. And how would you help? How would you suggest anyone? So if you can help many, one for them, then personality type, behavioral pattern, learning style, inborn talent, the best fit career. If you can help right now, you can help them right now or 15 years later, because literally the career counselors are required. Now I would like to take up some of the things which is quite necessary for the part that is related to the career counseling course. If somebody is interested to join the career counseling course, because the information which you have catered here, which you have taken here, that is a very small information. Within 2 days, we cannot give you the complete one, but we have tried to provide you within 2 days information which is quite necessary to become a career counselor, right? So if you want to become a career counselor, you can join our course, as well as more than eight plus years of experience she has, and many of the counseling report, interpretation nahi, counseling's report she has done in this particular field. So whatever the questions you will be having in the DMIT part, she is the right person to help you in this one. Nothing is wrong in the report, but the market में report अगर आप sell करोगे तो नहीं होगा. But when you will be selling the counseling, when you will be talking about the counseling part, no, when you are talking about the empathizing part, तो वो ज्यादा कोरिलेट करेगा. So that is only the part which we can understand and see over here. Right? Hope I have answered you, Prakash ji. Right. So if anyone has any of the question, please see and go through with this part all. Okay. So thank you so much. You will be getting your participation certification also. And like our counselor will be get in touch with you. Please give your name, proper name for the proper certification. So we can allot or we can give you that participation certification no, to you soon. So that is also quite beneficial one for you all. Okay. So that is the one. And thank you so much for attending today's session. Thank you, Jigyasa ma'am, and thank you all ABCD team. And thank you for myself also. And thank you everyone. Thank you participation, like the participant who has participation here. And hope like you will be definitely joining ABCD or you will be understanding about lots of things for the proper details and all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.